Greeting! Introduction, explanation, disclaimer. Let's talk about Neck Deep. So right now it's about 7 p.m. on the eve of the release of Neck Deep's new self-titled album. An album that, aside from the singles, I haven't heard yet. And before I actually listen to this new record, just wanted to get out some thoughts and feelings that I have about the monstrous expectations that I'm putting on Neck Deep's new music. First, I want to talk about not Neck Deep, but their fans. And I would consider myself a big Neck Deep fan. And I'm sure that Neck Deep appreciates all of their fans in some way, but if I were them, I would be very annoyed by all of the fans who bemoan every new release for not living up to, well, you know which one I'm talking about. Because there's so many people who over the years have listened to Neck Deep's new records and written it off and said stuff like, I can't believe this is the same band that wrote Life's Not Out to Get You, or, oh my god, Neck Deep have fallen off of a cliff. Do I know fans like this? Well, of course I do. I'm a fan like this. I've reconciled all of my thoughts about Neck Deep and tried to put myself in their shoes and realized that even if they appreciate me supporting them monetarily for being a fan of their work in the past, they'd probably find me pretty annoying right now. It was a sobering realization that made me reconsider how I was feeling about this upcoming Neck Deep record. It reminds me of this old interview with Dan Campbell where he's talking about this song from, I think, The Upsides, and it has a line where it talks about fans who liked your 7-inch release the most. Those fans will go up to the band and be like, dude, nothing tops your 7-inch. And that fan expects the band to be like, this is the guy right here. Everyone else is posers. When really the band is like, that's the record you like? Do you have ears? I recorded that on my Nintendo DS the day after a root canal. My mom was blending a smoothie while we tracked drums, but okay, that's our best work. I try not to be that fan, but it's a demon that I'm always fighting because it does feel cool to say, yeah, I found out about Neck Deep before they even released their first album. But if you peel away the layer of misplaced self-importance from that statement, it can just be translated into I found them first, so my opinion's more important. And that's not who I want to be. I want to go into Neck Deep's new record with a fresh mind, without that voice nagging me in the back of my head that it can't possibly be as good as Life's Not Out to Get You. And to be completely honest, I've been waiting for this album to come out and simultaneously thinking about what I will say about this record. What will I say if it's good? What will I say if it's bad? I've been trying to figure out how I'll write that I don't like Ben's vocals as much in the recent albums compared to like their first and second records. And I'm realizing how annoying that must be for Ben to hear. Because if he's done any searching online, I know he must have seen people complaining about the new album's vocals, and he's got to be thinking, did you hear me live back then? I couldn't hit a note worth anything. I sucked. You're really gonna complain that I got better at singing? And I'm like, yeah, kinda. I liked when he was going for notes that he couldn't hit. It was kinda charming and sounded really cool. And then I'm thinking about the inevitable fact that this self-titled record won't be nearly as good as Life's Not Out to Get You before the new album even comes out. That's just critic brain rot, and it's priming me to have a worse experience with this new album. It's created by me paying too much attention to the negativity surrounding this album, and that's all self-imposed. But it's especially stupid because it stems from my over-attachment to an album that's about positivity to a fault. So instead I want to emphasize what makes this particular release day so special. It's because Neck Deep is important to me. They've made music that's connected with me in a way that so few bands ever have. A few of their songs have gotten me through things. Nothing crazy, but they've helped. And as silly as it sounds, this record right here, Life's Not Out to Get You, made me rethink my outlook on life. Neck Deep has a catalog of songs that get me emotional, get me pumped up, get me angry, that I think are bad, because yeah, art can be bad. So instead of worrying about this new Neck Deep album being bad, I'm kind of forcing myself into this headspace of gratitude, of thankfulness, of celebration that one of my favorite bands is still making new music for me. Well, not for me, but for all of us, for their fans. They're spending months pouring their hearts into this new album that's gonna be over for us in like 40 minutes, and then we're going to be able to judge it in one listen. Well, that's enough of me standing on this soapbox. Thanks for listening to me ramble my way into a better music listening headspace. Let me know what you think of this new Neck Deep album. Love to talk about it in the comments with you. And until then, I'll see you in the next one.